Morning, everyone. I'm Steve Watkins here on one of our family farms in Monette, Arkansas. I wanted to take just a quick moment to give you a little insight into the King of High Banks Road, which releases for pre-order next week. This is the farm, if you can see in the background, this is the farm that we used to call the old home place, right back in that direction. Right down High Banks Road is where I lived. But there's a special story right here in this very spot. One morning, one hot July morning, when I was probably about 9 years old, my dad and I were right here. We were chopping cotton, and he uncharacteristically broke out in an a cappella rendition of Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, and I'd never heard my dad do that. And this very spot has been a special place to me ever since. On further down toward that fence row, back about a quarter of a mile, is a place where I write in the book. It's a place where I actually believe I became a man one day when I was 13 or 14 years old. And my dad got mad at me for a hoe handle breaking, and he told me I could just go ahead and finish the day with a broken hoe handle. And I threw it at him and knew that I would face the consequences. Had classic, I called it Farm Boy Meltdown. I'll let you read about that story in the book. But I wanted to say just a quick word as we approach the pre-release. And I appreciate all you guys, the support you've given me over the last couple of years. It's been quite a journey writing this story. Writing this story about growing up in this place. I didn't have the best relationship with my father growing up. I was an only child here on the farm and felt a lot of times more like an indentured servant than his son. But I let a lot of my relationship with my father tarnish the way that I felt about this country, and I couldn't get away fast enough. From the time I was an adolescent to the time that I was in my 20s and 30s and even up into my 40s. I let that unfortunate relationship cloud the way I felt about home. And over the course of the last couple of years writing this book, as the subtitle of the book says, I have rediscovered my father, rural America, and I have learned to love home again. I realize through the course of this, it's been very therapeutic, actually. I realize how very fortunate I was to grow up in a place like this, surrounded by men and women who loved me and became a big part of my life. And listening to those stories of great war veterans and farmers and community men and women, I had an extremely colorful life here, and that is what this book is about. The King of High Banks Road is a story about relationship, and it is a book about place, and it is a book about culture, and it is honestly about a way of life that no longer exists. The small farm in the 1980s, that was the time when we had the farm crisis. Some academics called it the wrecking ball that destroyed rural America. So I have written in this book about what it was like to live through that, what the stress that it put on a family, not just my family, but families all around this part of the country. And as I said, it has been an incredible journey. If all things go well, it'll go up for pre-sale on Amazon Tuesday. We'll release on October 1st. There will be 3 or 4 versions of the book, a hardback, paperback, ebook, and audio book that I enjoyed reading very much. And there's even a companion cookbook that goes with it. So appreciate you guys' support. I hope that you'll share it. The idea about this book with your friends who come from rural America or who came from a farm or maybe even who just had a challenging relationship with a parent. But I appreciate your support and hope you'll help me spread the word. And just want to say thanks for everything. It has been an incredible 2 years putting this together. I love you guys, and thank you so much. And I hope that you will enjoy reading this book as much as I enjoyed writing it. God bless you guys, and see you next time. Bye-bye.